Yeah, so what you draw a line between?
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's sometimes interesting to find that
Yeah,
that line, or to search for what is human stupidity,
yeah,
and then what is human nature.
yeah.
Because I don't think humans are necessarily idiots.
Necessarily.
I mean, there are things-
I
yeah.
like that expression.
It's possible
Yeah.
to be, a creature. Maybe, yeah. I mean, we probably can never be as as perfect as wolves or bears or other creatures, but we're living creatures too.
Yeah.
So
Living by definition involves some sort of stupidity or fallibility or
yeah, well,
vulnerability or whatever.
yeah, you're not perfect, that's for sure. But I think
I think you're perfect when you're dead. I don't know. It's,
yeah, you're complete. That's for
yeah.
sure. But there's a lot of interest in artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And information technology, and all these things that machines or
What did you take at artificial intelligence in general? I mean,
well,
as a yeah.
it's a lot better than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
Like, the translation software
Yeah.
is a lot smarter. But even
Oh, that's right.
even if our gadgets and our computers,
Yeah.
our phones get smarter and smarter and smarter,
Yeah.
still they're dead. They have
Yeah.
electricity, so they move.
Yeah.
But they don't care. Like, we have robots now.
Yeah.
That sometimes, like if you go to some kind of a company,
Yeah.
you go to a company, or maybe you go to a hotel,
Yeah.
a robot will greet you.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to a robot.
No.
No, it's stupid. The robot doesn't care about me or dead, because the robot doesn't care about itself either, because it's not alive.
So
why-
what do you think of the possibility of machine poetry, if there's one? I mean,
Well, who's gonna read it? A machine?
maybe machine. I don't know.
I don't get poetry written
Yeah?
by world about life, because
Right.
computers don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, cats care,
Yeah.
dogs care,
Yeah.
worms care,
Right.
cicadas care,
Yeah.
because they're alive. And if you're alive, you care. I mean, you might commit suicide.
Yeah.
You might go the other direction, but
Yeah.
you're not. You're not totally, like detached from the things that are happening around you, and you have love, you have hate.
And so I'm just curious. I mean, if in your view, if poetry is so closely coupled with the condition of being alive, do you think, for example, frogs or fish have their own poetry?
They
do.
do.
Oh, that's
definitely,
interesting.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what is
have-
a frog poetry, or what is a bird
Oh
poetry?
man, well, if you hang out with frogs,
Yeah.
you sit there and listen to them.
Yeah.
There's this incredible variety of voices,
Uh-huh.
sounds that they produce,
Right.
and none of them are meaningless.
Yeah.
They're communicating with someone,
Yeah.
or maybe they're and sometimes I think they're calling. They know that they're not going to get an answer,
Uh-huh.
but it's a way of bringing
Yeah.
their own feelings or their
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
their physical condition
Uh-huh.
into some kind of order.
Yeah.
Like, if you hang out with cats, sometimes when they're really happy,
Yeah.
they'll purr.
Yeah.
Or if if you do a good job of
Right.
petting them.
Yeah.
Other times when they're really insecure and they're worried, they also purr,
Oh, okay.
because they're trying to calm themselves down, get themselves into
Yeah.
some kind of psychological state where they can deal with it. So, I mean, if that's not language, what is? Of course they're talking to each other, and they're talking
That's
to
quite
themselves.
interesting. And so poetry is like hanging out with other creatures, is it? I mean, so,
Well, I don't think that we would have the languages that we
yeah.
do
Yeah.
if our ancestors hadn't learned from other creatures.
Right.
So, like all these sounds that we make in our languages, I think the original source, the spring, is not just humans, but other living creatures. We listen to birds, listen to monkeys, listen to the insects, and then trying to imitate what they do, or using their forms of expression become our music, our dance. So to hang out with other creatures, to listen to what they're saying, trying to get a grip on that.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways that we create new expression.
And you hang out with other people, obviously, and so.
Yeah, and other people who speak other languages.
Yeah.
And then try to bring some of that back into, the language that you're working in. I mean, we know that bush warblers, the uguisu, that they learn their calls.
Yeah.
And so do the other songbirds. They learn their calls from the adults around them. The other. So how is that not language? It's like you go to your language school to learn some foreign language. They're studying too.
So if I understand what you mean, and I really appreciate what you say. And so if poetry is so central to life, how come there are good poetry and bad poetry? I mean, does it mean that there's good life and bad life? And what is the quality? What does the quality of a poem entail?
It's tricky because
Yeah.
you never know until you've done it.
Yeah.
Like, you never know if it's gonna be if it will be a good poem
Yeah.
or a failure until you do it.
Yeah.
I think there's some element of discovery
Yeah.
in good poetry or in poetry that we read over and over again.
Right.
I think we discover something,
Yeah.
or we feel something, we grasp something that we might not have noticed or we might not have felt if we hadn't read the poem.
Right.
So you read the poem, there's something that, it might be a scene that you have seen before,
Yeah.
or some phenomenon, some natural phenomenon that
Right.
you've experienced,
Yeah.
but you didn't see it the way the poet did. The poet saw something in there that you didn't notice, or you might have noticed it, but you didn't ever express it.
Right.
So a poem that strikes us or does something to us, to our hearts or our minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some sort of discovery in there.
Oh.
And then the poet makes an effort to give that discovery
Right.
to the readers, to hand that discovery to the readers, not through explanation,
Okay.
not by, reporting or, describing it,
Yeah.
but through language, allowing the reader to feel
Yeah.
what the poet felt. So you recreate the experience. The reader wasn't there.
Yeah.
The reader didn't see the same sky or the same
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah.
But you bring the reader there, and through language you show it to them.
Yeah.
So it should, if you think about that, just in terms of technique, it should be much easier to do that now because you have these phones
Yeah.
and images, and you can send basically any kind of information or any kind of data to someone far away across the world. So that should all be like, discovery, poem, discovery, poetry. The problem is that if you're just looking at something on a screen, it doesn't necessarily come inside you.
Yeah.
And in order to have the discovery, it's important that some human, some living thing, it might be a frog or a cat, but some living thing has taken that discovery and inside of the living body has molded it, transformed it, turned it into something that is not just data. There's something of that poet in the poem, that it had to go through that poet's body, had to go through that poet's system to become something other than data, become something real. So when that happens, I think then, language is one way that we do that. It can also be a painting or a sculpture, or, there are all kinds of art do that. But language is one way to take something that was information or data and turn it into an almost living experience. And then the person who reads it takes that language inside, they bring it inside their body, and then it has a reaction. So that's why, I don't think AI is going to do anything for literature.
Okay, that's probably reassuring for some people.
People say to me, you're a translator, translating all this stuff.
So are you afraid of losing your job?
Yeah, you're going to lose your job. Like, is Google translation? And I said, well, if I was just translating documents from the Ministry of Education and Technology, or the documents from
we can go this
Toyota
way.
or TEPCO, then sure, AI should do it, because those documents from the beginning, they're dead.
But literature is different.
They're just totally different. If you're writing dead language, or language that doesn't use the full living capability of the language, then sure, just have a computer do it. Or better yet, just don't do it from the beginning. Just throw it all out. Just get rid of the Ministry of Education and Technology. It's stupid. It's a pointless organization. So, I see like the AI, information technology. It'll make many things obsolete.
But not poet.
Not poetry, because machines, they don't understand poetry.
Well, so Arthur, we are almost there.
We're here. Is this
So
where
it
you were
was,
this morning?
it was like listening to a beautiful spoken poetry.
It was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
So Arthur, thank you. So we're here.
See you guys.
Yeah.